Why are the minutes important? So, minutes are important because they are the permanent record of the organization. The minutes are the method by which proposals, decisions, and reports are recorded. They serve as a legal record for the meeting and might be subpoenaed at any time. In the Planning Commission, so everything is like made actually um, public once the agenda is or the minutes are accepted. And so, but like, let's say that you are in a board for a nonprofit organization, and maybe later on it is thought that there was like nepotism, or that somebody stole money or did something illegal, then the documents could be like subpoenaed, and you can see who made this decision and when, and then you can have either some legal protection of what has been accomplished, and you will know who is accountable for performing assigned and required duties. And in a way, I guess you can find like guilty people as well if some of these things were recorded in the minutes, many maybe inadvertently, but that's the legal reason that we have minutes. And as is often said, if an action is in the minutes, it did not happen. So there are different types of meetings. These meetings include the regular meeting, the special meeting, the adjourned regular, and your special. You don't have to know any of these. But when recording the minutes of any of these types of meetings, it's important that you will include which type of meeting it was held. So they might be more like a work meeting sometimes, and then sometimes it's a regular meeting of the planning commission. So in the work meeting, it would be more the some kind of training or something like that. And those are not. I mean, the public can come, but there's not public hearings. And this will depend also in the body that you are working with, and the bylaws and all that. But when you are writing the minutes, you will have which type of meeting is this, name of the organization, the dates and place of the meeting. Just note if the presence, the officers that were present and the officers that miss the meeting. Sometimes that's also like included, but it would depend on your traditions, and also some people might include that in the bylaws. If there's a quorum, that's like very important. At the time that the time of the meeting, that the meeting was called to order, it will also appear there. So the meeting was called to order at 5:04. And then then the minutes will be presented from the previous meeting, and we will say, well, the minutes were approved. You have like who moved the motion. Most places don't put like who seconds the motion at all. It is not really in the Robert rules, but some people do add that if they want to. That's the other thing that people do. You have the Robert rules which you can follow, but some people kind of change those things, and they say that they do Robert rules, but there might be a few things that are different, and that's like fine, because everything is according to just the traditions that you have for that particular board and your bylaws. So the secretary will use most times a recording device, and this will be great for preparing the minutes later on. But you do not need to have a transcription, like in a focus group, right? You are the purpose of the minutes that are not transcribed is that you can browse them very quickly and see where the main decisions were made. You don't want everything that everybody said, because then when watch decisions were made, it would be completely lost. Um, so some people might feel compelled to write down every single word that is spoken in the meeting. While this might be helpful when it comes to drafting the minutes, there is really specific information that should be provided in the meeting minutes. So, which is like all adopted and defeated motions, the names of all members reporting to the meetings, the names of the members who have been elected or appointed to an office, and the number of votes of each side of the motion, or the ballot, or the counted vote. If you decided to do it like with hands, show of hands, just by roll call or just ayes and nays and abstentions. So that needs to be in the meeting minutes. Then, while the secretary is responsible for including pertinent information in the minutes for the effective operation of the organization, there are some things which should not be recorded in the minutes. The information that should not be recorded includes the discussion of personal opinion, the motions withdrawn, and entire reports of, like, staff member and what they said. There should be just a summary. Nevertheless, reports that are provided by members of the committee chairs should be attached to the minutes. So again, lots of attachment of reports, attachment of this, attachment of that. You can even attach, like, if someone gave a comment and they give you um, a written letter saying, this is what I am saying, because they only had 2 minutes. Some people just kind of just read it. You can attach that to the minutes. Throughout the meetings, members might feel inclined to engage in discussion and provide their personal opinions about various subjects. And this happens specifically with the commissioners. They get very passionate to talk about this or that, being workability or like design, especially design, and like cookie cutter places that don't have any sense of place. So they will go on and on and in that. And, it's the job of the chair to um, just keep people on track. But the secretary doesn't need to record all this, like, discussion when it happens. When the discussion is relevant and centered on a topic at hand, the discussion does not. The discussion can become a little bit part of the minutes. But mostly, what you want to get is like bullet points of, like, there was a discussion about walkability. There was a discussion about design and how it could be improved. So you don't write all the details, but just like, yes, noted that there was a discussion about that. And before the vote is taken, a member of the organization or board must take a motion to act upon any specific request. Minutes do not have to be verbatim